Hey, man, this hot right here.
When Ice Cube, yes, the same famous person who made No Vaseline, one of the meanest diss songs ever, takes a break from his huge business to respond to you, you know you made a huge mistake.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
This is exactly what happened when Aries Spears started talking on Big Boy's Neighborhood. He didn't just say a few mean things. He went after Cube's whole career. His music, his movies, and everything he has done. Aries tried to make fun of all of it. He straight up said Ice Cube was a bad rapper and a bad actor. Crazy, right?
Hey, Daddy, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I mean, you could, I've had about enough.
Cube was not going to take that. He fired back saying Aries is not important, not funny, and not even one of the top 10 black comedians. It was a very cold response. But then, 50 Cent saw the video and you know what he did next. 50 jumped in, happy to see the drama, because he loves watching chaos.
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if
What started as a simple talk about who the best rappers are went completely crazy once Aries started speaking. The second Cube's name was mentioned, Aries changed and went on a crazy speech. He did not stop, showed no respect, and was just full of anger. And it got even worse. He had the nerve to make fun of It Was a Good Day. Like it wasn't one of the most important songs in hip-hop history. That is a major insult to West Coast music.
Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same in
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
Let me tell you, one Chuck did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that butt.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just...
Big Boy's co-host tried to calm things down by laughing, but Aries, no, he kept going. He did this strange impression of Ice Cube as a doctor that made everyone feel embarrassed for him. Aries was laughing at his own joke, but the room was completely quiet. Not one person laughed. Still, he would not stop talking. 1 minute he is making fun of Cube, the next he is taking a random shot at Tupac. Like, what is he doing?
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with...
Aries Spears didn't just throw a little shade. He burned down the whole West Coast in one interview. That is like ending your own career. And the craziest part is, he knew it. In the middle of his speech, he looked right into the camera with a smug smile like he was challenging everyone to cancel him. What a move. The backlash hit him like a giant wave. One fan tweeted, I love Aries' skills, but bro.
The greatest lyricist. Mm-hmm. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics, spitter.
The Ice Cube slander is a no-no. Another person responded even harder saying, this is why Aries isn't important. Saying Cube and Tupac didn't have good lyrics is crazy. It sounds like he is just mad that New York rappers weren't the best in the 80s and 90s. The internet was not okay with it. But Aries had no idea that a real storm was coming. The famous people he insulted were not going to let that go. Normally, big stars ignore the hate and let the internet handle it. Not this time. Ice Cube stepped up like a boss ready to fight. Cube came right for him. He didn't just ask if Aries was funny. He asked if anyone even cared about Aries anymore.
I saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so...
Then he made it even worse, tearing apart Aries' whole career from start to finish. No filter, no feeling sorry for him, just straight hard truths. And that is what makes Cube different from everyone else. He is a real original with a long history of success to prove it. From writing songs for NWA to making No Vaseline, a diss song so harsh it made history, to producing the movie Friday and starting the Big Three basketball league, Cube's work speaks for itself. He is a powerful businessman with proof, not excuses.
You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians, you know what I mean, in the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register with us.
But Aries, instead of understanding the situation, he decided to say even more. Like the whole internet didn't just make fun of him. This man got back on camera. Still talking crazy. It was like he wanted the trouble, still mocking Cube, still trying to start fights, still refusing to be quiet. But here's where things changed. This drama wasn't just about Cube anymore. While Aries was busy making enemies, 50 Cent was somewhere in a nice hotel room watching the chaos happen with his famous smile. And guess what? Aries had already said something mean about him, too. Now, if there's one thing we know about 50, he never misses a chance to make fun of someone who is failing. Fans thought he would ignore it, but no. Out of nowhere, 50 posted one of his classic sneaky videos. No names, no tags, but everyone knew exactly who it was for. Aries Spears. It was classic 50 Cent. A little mean, smooth, and effective. He didn't even need to say Aries' name to make his point. He just posted, "Check my temperature."
Ice Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music. All of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
I'm ice cold. The hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. Ish might even get you a love contract. Oh, that was cold. Fans went crazy. The comments went wild, calling it the most polite takedown ever. And you could tell Aries felt it. He jumped back online for another emotional speech. Still upset about Cube making fun of him earlier. But instead of sticking to his point, he tried to have it both ways. 1 second he's saying, "I respect Ice Cube as a man." And the next he's saying Cube has never done anything great. Like what? Make up your mind, bro. At that point, Aries wasn't just digging a hole. He was building his own career grave. And the craziest part.
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
He still didn't see that he just made two of the toughest men in entertainment, Ice Cube and 50 Cent, very angry. What he was saying didn't even make sense. Fans were quick to point this out, and social media tore Aries apart. Not because he had a different opinion, but because he wouldn't stand by what he said. One moment he's talking tough, the next he's acting like the victim when people respond. One fan said it perfectly. You can't talk mean and cry when somebody talks mean back. Another said, you have the right to your opinion, but after that bad skit, your opinion doesn't matter. Ice Cube is a successful man. It was harsh but true. And that's when it got really ugly, because now the backlash wasn't just about Cube or 50. It brought back Aries' worst moment. The internet started reminding him of that nightmare from 2022 that almost ended his career for good. Let's go back to what happened.
Somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways.
In 2022, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears were hit with a lawsuit that shocked everyone. The accusations were very disturbing. It all focused on a comedy sketch where a kid was left alone with an older adult character played by Aries. The whole idea was off. The feeling, the situation, everything felt wrong. It wasn't bold comedy, it was just uncomfortable to watch. The second that video showed up online, chaos broke out. Twitter went crazy and even the Shade Room talked about it. Once it lands there, you know it's serious. The hate came down hard. Constant anger, constant disgust. Though the case was eventually settled and the video was taken down, the damage to Aries' reputation never went away. That mark stayed on him. People moved on, but they didn't forget. So, what did Aries do next? Instead of starting over, he went right back to doing the same thing, complaining about being blacklisted, saying Hollywood shut him out, and comparing himself to Kevin Hart like they were equals. But the fans weren't believing it anymore. They saw through his victim act. He wasn't working hard. He was just complaining. It became a habit.
And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him. Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything.
Aries wasn't popular for his jokes anymore. He was popular for drama. No hit TV shows, no big comedy specials, no sold-out shows, just viral rants, messy interviews, and old scandals. He was chasing attention instead of a real legacy. And behind the scenes, the talk in the industry was messy, too. Many people who worked with him before said he was difficult, had a big ego, always trying to be the center of attention, and never let others have their moment. That selfish attitude followed him everywhere. And it made him lose friends fast. So when the Cube and 50 Cent chaos happened, all that old baggage came rushing back. It wasn't just about one bad opinion anymore. It was about years of bad behavior finally catching up to him.
Equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other mother will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And then some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present space.
Look, Aries Spears has talent. He can do great impressions and tell some clever jokes, but he never had that big moment. That Dave Chappelle level of success that defines a generation. And when that moment never comes, that angry feeling starts to grow. It starts to show in how you talk, in your interviews, in your jokes. It eats you up inside. Now, let's be honest. Why did this whole thing get so big? Because Aries didn't just insult any rapper. He went after Ice Cube. That's not a normal person. That's a cultural hero. Let's break it all down. No Vaseline, easily one of the top 3 diss songs ever. No Argument. Friday, that's not just a movie. It changed the culture. It's a comedy that defined a time, started a series of movies, and gave hip-hop a voice in film that you can still feel today. The Big 3 League.
Did you call me?
Oh, yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the, I gotta run some errands. I need to go to the cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
That is a complete professional basketball league that he started from nothing. It is now supported by real NBA stars and serious investors. That is true power. And even before all of that, Cube was writing songs for Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and MC Ren. He was literally helping to create the sound of West Coast rap when he was still a teenager. That is decades of being a major influence in culture. Now, put that list of accomplishments next to the career of Aries Spears. What do we see? We see a few funny impressions from Mad TV, some okay stand-up comedy specials, and a lot of online videos where he is just angry, complaining, or insulting famous and respected people. There are no big major successes, no work that will be remembered for a long time. There is just drama, complaints, and a career that is built more on causing trouble than on being funny. This is the exact reason why fans immediately supported Cube without even thinking twice. Cube did not even have to say very much. His history of success was a louder response than any diss track could ever be. But then something happened that really ended the whole situation. Right after all this drama, Ice Cube released a preview of the actors who might be in the new Final Friday movie. And guess whose name was not on the list at all? You guessed it, Aries Spears. Now, no one ever said that Aries was going to be in that movie. But the timing of the announcement made people talk. Fans were sure that Cube had just sent the quietest but most powerful message possible. The message was that Aries would never get a part in something important. That is the kind of move a truly powerful person makes. So, in the end, Aries finally became a big topic online. But it was not for his jokes. It was not for his hard work. It was not for his art. He is trending because two real legends said he was not important, and the entire internet just agreed with them. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts below. What do you think about this wild back and forth? Stay tuned because what is coming next is even crazier.